This
So
conference will now be recorded.
1 plus is not there, but quickly, if you have done your practice, you can help me out in understanding what are the configurations we have to do. Okay, so /n SPRO, where we do this configuration settings quickly and we'll proceed with the go to enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. So if you have done your practice, you just observe how fast we can do. So what is the currency if we are defining at company code level? Hmm? Hello?
Hello?
So what is the currency name we call if we are defining at company level?
The currency defined at the company level code represents the we will use for the master data, all the master data. It will reflect in the master data.
Okay, what is the other name for that?
Global currency.
Global currency,
No.
correct.
Local currency. The currency which you are defining at company code level is called local currency. Company code, company, both are different.
Okay.
Okay, currency defining at company code level is called local currency. So this is the common error what we face in real time also. Even while doing your practice, data is locked by user. This is a common error. So in which case we get this error means like as per standard SAP, only one user is authorized to do the configuration settings. Okay, that means like now I want to assign my company code to company. Only one user is allowed, not authorized. Only one user is allowed for the in the configuration settings. If already a user is already there in the screen, the second user will get locked. Okay, that means already S4 ACC is a person is already using this screen assign company go to company. So that's why system not allowing me to do the same configuration settings. So in this case, so what we have to do? So we have to wait till that user has to come out, till the user come out. First, that is the first case. The second case, if it is a more like you were waiting for more than some certain period of time, still we are facing the same error. In that case, we have to contact this user. We have to contact this user. So if you are working in an environment by seeing the user ID, we can say it's a call. If it's a colleague or something, we can ask directly. Suppose if we are working with the counterparties, like on-site counterparties, you cannot directly communicate and you don't know whose user ID it is. Then we have to get the user ID details, and there need to be communication. So we have to communicate with them. Sorry, we have to communicate with them. So first, let us see how to get the user ID details. Okay, I don't know this user, who is he, and I want to get the details of him. Then I'll copy the user ID. I'll go to transaction code SU01D. SU01D is the transaction code to, oops, it's locked. We need to get authorization to check the user details. So we can go to SU01D. Of course, in real time, we'll be having access for that. This is like only for display the user ID. Okay, so we're not going to do any changes. So we will be having access for this SU01D. In that screen, we can check the details of user, and there we can find the email ID of this so and so user, whatever we are discussing. So this person ID can be available in SU01D transaction code. Please make a note, and while doing your practice, please check once. Okay. So after getting the email ID, we'll go to the Office Communicator. Nowadays, we are using Microsoft Teams. In few companies, still they are using Skype. So whatever it might be, use the Office Communicator, because he is a internal organization employee only. He is not the external person, so he will be available. Then you need to check with him that are you doing the configuration settings of assign company code to company. In our case, this is the example. So you have to communicate like, are you doing any configuration changes for and this step, so on to step. If he confirms yes, then ask him time, like how much, and like ask him the time at what he can come out, like how much time he want to be work there. So based on his communication, we don't have any choice. We have to wait until he come out of that screen. Suppose if he says that I'm already out of that screen, if he is already out of this screen, but still facing the same error, then we have to ask, can I terminate? Can I terminate? Okay. So if you want to terminate, then again, copy the user ID, go to transaction code SM12, go to transaction code SM12, specify the user ID, search. You can see he is locking this table T001 company code table. Click on delete. So this deletion option has to be done only with user confirmation, means the other person confirmation. So once we delete, system will allow us to configure. So now it is allowing us to configure. Okay. But if we are doing this deletion option without user consent, we will be terminated from the organization. Okay. Are you clear? Any questions?
హరి
Yeah.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఆ కోడ్ వచ్చేసి యూజర్ వాళ్ళ ఇంటర్నల్లో ఉంటారు, అంటే వాళ్ళ పర్మిషన్ తీసుకొని మనం దాని డిస్ప్లే చూడొచ్చు.
టర్మినేట్ చేయాలి.
ఓకే.
టర్మినేట్ చేయాలి.
వితౌట్ వాళ్ళ
డిస్ప్లే
పర్మిషన్ మనం చేయకూడదు.
టర్మినేట్ చేయకూడదు.
ఓకే.
ఎందుకంటే వాడు ఏదో కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు కదా మధ్యలో.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
He might be doing the configurations, and if you terminate, all his settings will be going, right? So all the
Yes.
changes will be deleted. So it's a waste of his time, and that wasting has happened because of you.
ఓకే.
Okay. So
ఓకే.
that sometimes due to some network issues, the data will get locked. That's why we are communicating with the user. the other user, whether we can terminate him or not.
Yeah.
So now we have done the organization setup, and quickly we'll do this configuration settings for chart of accounts. Just consider this as a like a revision session, okay? Because all these changes got deleted. We don't have an option now. Okay. If there is any option, I will explain you, but no option for us. So people who have missed, please see the settings what I'm doing. First I have configured organization, and as in a second step, now I'm doing chart of accounts. So how many types of chart of accounts we have in SAP?
3 type of chart of accounts.
What are they?
Operational chart of accounts, country level chart of accounts, and group level chart of accounts.
Okay. How many types of account groups we have?
So we have 3 type of account groups. GL account group, vendor account group, and customer account group. But I am having doubt, Hari, actually. In the introduction class, you said like 5 groups. It's included asset group and material.
Account types.
Those are account types, not account groups, you mean to say, right?
Yes, account types.
Okay.
Yesterday, means while explaining that account groups, I thought like someone will ask this question.
Okay. So that S, D, A, and all account types, right?
Account types. But a bit late, that's it. In asking that question, is a bit late. That's it.
No, yesterday also I got the doubt actually, but I asked in different way. I asked, you remember actually material group also there. Then you said like we will create that. Then I clicked. Maybe the way I asked actually different.
Amsha, are you able to follow? So all this history will get saved because of selecting some options. I'll tell you how to get this information from the drop down so that it will reduce our time. Instead of typing every minute, so it will reduce our time. And tell me in how many segments we'll define the GL accounts? So in how many segments we define the GL accounts? Yesterday, last topic, I think it is.
2 types, chart of accounts and company code.
Chart of account segment and company code segment, yes. What is meant by retained earnings account?
The account which carry forward from P&L account to balance sheet under share capital.
So have we discussed about the different type of transport request numbers?
Yes.
How many types are there?
2 types, right?
What are they?
One is CR, another is TR, right?
No. Customizing request, workbench request.
Workbench request.
One is CR, one is TR. Both are same.
Okay.
It's okay. Happens. Don't worry. We need some fun like this. So what is a field status variant?
So field status variant is used to define whether the
Not
field is
used to
required.
define. Not used to define. Field status variant is a control function.
Control a particular field.
To control the fields while posting the business transaction line items. Control the fields in a business transaction line items. Make a note. File status variant is a control function, comma, control the fields as a optional, required, suppress while posting the business transaction with the GL account. Okay. Now, whenever we are copying any standard, yeah, who's this?
Could you please repeat about this field status variance once?
Field status variant is a control function,
Okay.
comma, the fields while posting the transaction, business transaction. Okay. Example, like, or we can not example, like required entry, optional,
The fields
suppress.
right?
Huh?
The fields while posting the business transactions.
Control the fields status, field status, like required, optional, suppress while posting the business transactions with reference to GL account. Okay, so whenever we're copying the standard and renaming it, what is the step we have to follow? Whenever we're copying any standard SAP configurations and renaming it, what we have to follow? So for example, I'm copying this 0001 and copying to my required entry as my required entry. Now tell me what I have to follow.
Like a customized number, like a Jet series or
Exactly. It should be either Z or Y if you are configuring any standard settings. Okay. It should be with Z or Y, prefix with Z or Y. Okay. It's a universal language. We are not doing anything here. It's a specified by standard SAP only. So what is the purpose of doing that? See, again, the same user. So now system will allow only the display entry. So you can see, you want to display, yes, we can see, but we cannot do any modifications. This is called a display. Okay. In real time, in production system, we have only this display access. We'll be having this display access. Means we can see the changes, but we cannot do any modifications in that. Okay. So now this user is again bothering us. Fine. Doing his practice, we are bothering him. SM12 is very dangerous if you are using in real time without the other person concern or information. Should be very careful. So once I delete it, execute it. Save. Assigned and so now the prerequisites to create a GL master data we have completed. In how many segments we create? In 2 segments. A GL account can be created. One is chart of account segment and a company code segment. So now let us see these segments. So we have done the configurations. Now we are creating master data. So we know that master data and transaction data is created in easy access, right? Any questions and understand the screens?
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Regarding this transaction code,
Mm.
SU01D, this one,
What is that SU01D?
SU01D for what type of transaction code which we use this one?
This SU01D is used to display the user details.
Okay, okay.
So when you are logging into SAP, there will be a user ID, right? To verify the
Hmm.
details of that user ID, we use the transaction code SU01D. But here, unfortunately, we don't have an access. Okay. And one more important point. Suppose in real time, if you are facing this issue, you are not authorized for this transaction. Make a note. If we are facing any issue that you are not authorized to use transaction code, any transaction code, not only SE01D, okay, any transaction code, if you are getting issue, or if you are receiving any incident from the end user, okay, make a note. If we are receiving any incident or facing error while executing any transaction, this is, you are not authorized to use this transaction code. Okay, now we are supposed to request our authorization team to provide access for this transaction. Okay, how to communicate? We cannot directly ask him, please provide access for SU01D. They don't give. We have a process. So what is that? After executing any transaction, if you are facing this authorization issue, immediately we have to run SU53 transaction. We have to run SU53 transaction. So there we can see our authorizations limits. If you provide this screen to basis team, authorization team, they will provide you access. See, username, system, on which day, what is the transaction code you are facing error. All those details will be available in this screen and they will provide you the access accordingly. Okay. Suppose now let us take an example of a incident. So end user trying to execute some transaction code and he is facing this issue. Immediately he will take this screenshot and he will communicate. He will raise an incident. So what we have to do? We have to ask, after executing any transaction or the error transaction, so please provide SU53 screenshot. So he will provide you this SU53 screenshot. Authorization data evaluation for user. So this screenshot you need to send to authorization team asking for access. Okay, are you clear?
Yes.
So immediately they will verify it and provide you the access if you are allowed as per the hierarchy level, or else they will provide that information as per your hierarchy. We are not authorized to give the access, so they will give some sort of information. Okay, so these are all the tips and tricks what we have to follow in the environment. Please remember these transactions, SU53, SU01D and all, because we cannot, I don't know whether it will be repeated in the further sessions or not. Okay, based on the situation we are discussing. Fine. Now we are supposed to create our GL accounts. So master data and transaction data is always done in SAP AZ access screen. If it is a production system, master data and transaction data is done by end users. So we are testing our configurations. It means that we have released the changes into quality. So using transaction code SE09, we are releasing our TR into quality system. So what is the step we have to follow? First, we have to release customizing task, right? Correct or wrong?
Truck symbol we need to.
Yes.
First, we have to release the customizing task.
Okay.
Once releasing the customizing task, then we have to release the TR into quality system. First, we release the changes into quality. Then we release the changes from development to production. This is the process. So now we are releasing changes into quality for testing purpose. Now we can see the status of your TR under release. Okay, release is started. Of course, ignore this. Consider it's a released. Okay. If you refresh your screen, where is that? Here we have to select the checkbox released and then see released. Now it is released, right? Here you can see the tick mark also. Means changes are now available in quality system. Okay. Let us test our changes. What are the changes we did? We created an organization structure and a chart of accounts. Account groups, return earnings account. Field status variant. We have done all these 5 prerequisites to create a GL master data. So now go to easy access, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, master records, GL accounts, here, chart of account segment FSP0, company code segment FSS0. But we suggest to the end users FS00 only, like creating GL accounts in one transaction code in both segments at a time. If I open centrally, here I can see type and description. See, control in chart of accounts. Control in chart of accounts. Okay, control in chart of accounts. Here you can see account control in company code. Okay, it's like 2 segments. So now let us see the difference in chart of accounts. FSP0. See, only control in chart of accounts. Account number and account type, account group, description. Only 5 things we give here. Your GL account number, in which chart of accounts we are creating, what is your GL account type, and to which account group it belongs. So this is the information what we define in chart of account segment. And we know that defining GL account in chart of account segment is mandatory. If GL account is not created in chart of account segment, we cannot extend the GL account to company code. Okay, clear? Any questions?
Can you please repeat last point, Hari?
Where you missed? Like defining GL account at chart of account segment is mandatory. If GL account is not created in chart of account segment, if GL account is not created in chart of account segment, we cannot extend it to company code. We cannot extend the GL account to company code. To company code segment, sorry. We cannot extend the GL account to company code segment.
But Hari, actually, we already assigned the chart of accounts to the company code, right? So what is the compulsory that we need?
One chart of accounts can be assigned to multiple company codes. So based on the requirement, what is meant by chart of accounts? Chart of accounts is a list of GL accounts. So you cannot post your transactions at chart of account segment level. We are posting transactions at company code segment level. So whatever the GL accounts we require, that we are extended to company code and we start posting the entries.
Okay. The assigning to the company is not sufficient to post the entries, right?
Assigning to company means, yes, your company, in your company code, you can create GL accounts. And postings are happening in company code level only, not at chart of account segment level. Chart of account segment is like a list of GL accounts. The number of list of GL accounts are available there. Okay. It's a simple name, right? Chart means a list of GL accounts. That's it. There is no any other action in that. So from that list of GL accounts, we are copying to our company code, or we are extending the GL accounts in our company code, and we started posting the entries. Are you okay now? Any questions?
No, Ari, good.
Others?
Okay, Hari.
Yeah. Fine. This is the view what we have customized according to our convenience, like to check how many GL accounts in each account group we created. You can see this is a folder like your account group only, similar to your account group. Okay, if you are creating any GL account in that account group, system will create it as a folder. Okay, so in current assets, I have created two GL accounts. One is bank account, one is bank clearing account. And in expenses, I have created one GL account. Like it will show a view. This is called tree view, hierarchy view of GL accounts. Okay, we can switch off and we can switch on this option. So let me show you how to switch off and switch on. From settings, hierarchy display, here we can switch off. Do not display the navigation tree. This will be displayed. Remote. And we have to rerun the transaction. See, it is clear now. And remember, in chart of account segment, we define GL account number, GL account type, account group, GL account text. Only these 5 objects we maintain in chart of account segment. Please make a note. In chart of account segment, we define GL account number, GL account type, account group, short text and long text of GL account. Completed. So now give any GL account number as per your configuration settings. So initially it will be difficult for us to remember the series what we have given. So open your chart of accounts list here, account groups. Open your account groups, or you can maintain on your paper. Okay, initial days. Define account groups. Specify your chart of accounts. Okay, here you can see for current assets we started with 101 to 199. 1 plus, and click on create. This is an option of create. If GL account is already created and if you want to do any modifications, then we use this change option. Okay, if GL account is already created and if you want to see only display, you don't want to do any changes, then we use this option, display. Okay, copy with the template means from the existing GL account, you are copying and creating a new one. Copy with template. Okay, we are using an existing GL account to create a new one by copy object. So instead of copy, they maintain like create with template. That's it. And block. If we want to restrict the GL account from postings or to create in company core segment, then we can block. Okay, so as of now, no GL account is created. That's why it's system not allowing us for block option. So first let us create. So now account type. So we know this GL account group is current assets, which comes under balance sheet. So choose balance sheet. If the GL account is an expenses, then again we have to consider whether it's a primary cost element or only a GL account in FI. Accordingly, we maintain. If it is only a GL account in FI, then we select as non-operating expenses or income. If the GL account comes under GL account in FI, expenses account in FI, and a cost element in CO, then we select as a primary cost or revenue. So if the GL account is a secondary cost element, then we select as secondary cost. Okay, so this will come to know based on the business requirement only. So as of now, we are going with some understanding on the business transactions, and accordingly we are creating the GL accounts. So in my view, this current assets are balance sheet accounts, and I'm using this current assets means I'm using this list of GL accounts to create a bank account like that. So with the template what I have prepared on my understanding. So go to balance sheet and choose your account group. This 100 comes from current assets. Suppose if you change with any account group, immediately system will throw a message. And we have already learned that account group is a control function for the number range interval of master data and the field status of master data. If not, please verify your notes. Still, if it is missing in your notes, please make a note now. Account group is a control function for the number and interval of master data and the field status of master data.
Can you repeat, sir, again?
Account group is a control function for the number and interval of master data. For the number and interval of master data and the field status of master data. Completed.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Now choose the correct account group as per your configuration. Then only it will allow to next step. So that's why it's a error message. Error message also we discussed, right? Error message means until we correct that, system won't allow you to proceed next. So it is not allowing to next anything. So we have to correct it. short text. Okay, we are done now. So account in your chart of accounts, we have specified the language English. Accordingly, this English text is updating. If we want to add a few more languages, yes, we can add. We can add the few more languages. Okay. Information. So this information tab or view will get updated once you save the changes. See information updated like when it has created and who has created. And if you have done any changes in this existing GL account, the changes will get recorded. The changes will get recorded here. Change the documents. All changes. If you have done any changes, the changes can be verified here. So at present, there is no any changes in the fields, so it is not showing us. Let me show you now. Go to type in description, click on change, and you just do some changes, like this. Save the settings. Once saved, your information will get updated. Click on all changes. The system showing that field GL account short text has been changed. And if you click on all changes, you can see the old value and the new value. Okay. Now, I want to see who made the changes, then select the line item and click on details. We can see there is the person changed the settings at 8:45 a.m. on 8/3/2022. Now, if you want to block this GL account for restricting to creation in company code or for postings, we can select these checkboxes. So for your understanding, I'm selecting blocked for creation. So if I select this checkbox, I cannot create this GL account in any other company code wherever the chart of accounts are assigned. So data was saved. Now go to accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, master records, FS-S0, and click on create. Sorry, I had to change the company code, right? Right. See, click on create. Immediately we'll get a message. It's blocked for creation.
So this is Hari. Then this is only just blocking for creation, but we can post the transactions, right?
If it is blocked, if GL account is not created, how can you post?
Okay.
If GL account is already there in the company code, then we can post the transactions. GL account is already created, then we can post the transactions. So further creation of GL account in other company codes, for example, one chart of account is assigned to 5 company codes. In 3 company codes, the GL account is already extended. Now you're restricted for not to create the GL account in 2 company codes. So it will restrict. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. But other 3 company codes, we can post the transactions.
We can post the transactions. If already created, yes, we can.
Created.
So to create this GL account in company code, we have to go into chart of accounts, click on details, block for creation, remove that, save the settings, close this one, and now go to company code segment. Now click on create. It is allowing. See, the currency is coming by default INR. I didn't give because in company code level, I have maintained my currency as INR, and as per our explanation, company code currency is called as a local currency, which is a default currency for master data and transaction data created with reference to company code. Okay, are you clear?
Clear, Hari.
Okay, fine. I'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the GL account in company code segment, and we do some more configurations for posting a transaction. Okay, I'm
Okay.
stopping here. We'll continue tomorrow. So please prepare the portion whatever we have covered till now. I will ask some questions. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be asking what is a company code, what is a company, everything I'll be asking, which includes the hierarchy structure of organization. And I think I have provided the list of configuration settings to post a transaction. So please try to recollect it. So I'll be asking questions on that as well. So tomorrow we'll meet at the same time, like 8:85, like that. Bye. See you all. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Do you have any questions to ask? Okay then. See you. Bye.